Hello and welcome. Welcome to Drakenmemoria. Yay! What is Drakenmemoria, Matt? Well, it's Dungeons and Dragons, or more specifically, a group of people playing Dungeons and Dragons. And don't worry, Jorg is going to be there tonight. At least he promised us he would be. He just said he would be a bit late, which means it might be a good idea to add his photo, so we don't have just a blank screen. And maybe put the photos down. Yeah, that's it. All right. So hopefully he's going to be there before the second round. All right. Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. So if you don't want to watch a group of people playing Dungeons and Dragons, well, that's okay. We understand. But we seriously wonder why you're here. Because it's everything is written. There's the tag, there's the title, there's. But who knows? Something could have happened. But if you actually want to be here, because you think it's fun watching us, well, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you with us. If you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. For publicity's sake, if you like the thunderstorm in the background, that's Ambient Mixer. If you like the world map, that's Wonder Draft. If you like the dungeon map or combat map, that's Dungeon Alchemist. And if you like the town map, that's Canvas of Kings. The information for all of these is below the window, except Canvas of King. You can find it on Steam. I promise I'll write it at one point. Hold on. What was I thinking about? Oh yeah, thunderstorm. We don't need a thunderstorm in the background anymore. Well, technically we don't need a thunderstorm in the background all the time, but I like thunderstorm, so.
Understandable.
Yeah. I also like snowstorm, but there's a whole lot less audio clues in a snowstorm. It's just the wind, so it would just feel.
If anything, it's the lack of audio cues that tells you there's a bunch of snow.
Yeah, but if I try to do the same thing on a stream, people are just gonna say, "Oh, you like windy conditions."
Mm-hmm.
All right. I might try to make one that's convincing. We'll have to see when I'll get time for myself, which is in short supply recently. Really, really short supply. All right.
I've had no shortage of alone time.
Oh no, the problem is not being alone. The problem is being able to do what I want when I'm alone. All right. But for anyone who wants a clue, well, I'm just going to say that try never be a victim of credit card fraud.
Yeah.
It's good advice, I promise.
I'm not sure if that's something you can avoid.
Unfortunately, in my case, it wasn't, because the problem was where I bought something. They sent out a warning that they had been hacked. And apparently they had information on me that dated back several years. I renewed my credit card since then, but they only changed the number on it so the transaction was accepted, and bam! I've been fighting to get reimbursed for 3 months now. Hey, I managed to get 3 out of the 4 transaction reimbursed.
That was good.
Yeah. Went from having to pay $800 to $600. Now I only need to get the last one fixed. Uh,
And like the first time I ever experienced like having to deal with a credit card fraud was like several $100s to the makers of Candy Crush.
okay. Well, at least it's plausible. In my case, it wasn't because I would have had to be able to go from one side of Canada to the other in 45 minutes.
You can do it.
I believe in you.
Apparently, I bought a ticket on a ferry in British Columbia, and a few hours later, I was in Niagara Falls.
Damn.
Yeah, that's one heck of a ferry that I bought. Oh, it wasn't the ferry, it was a ferry, Okay, now I got it. It was passageway through the Feywild. Uh,
Well, when passing through the Feywild, it's either a shortcut or a long cut.
yeah, well, apparently on that one it was a shortcut. And now I know that the people looking at this credit card frauds are probably D&D players. That's the only way that it can take 3 months to try and settle that.
Although the real lesson to be learned here is it's like minimize the amount of information that companies have on you.
Oh, that's easy.
It's impossible to get rid of all of it,
Yeah.
but
No, but for me at least it was simple. Because there's only 4 companies that have my credit card information. No, I'm not going to say which one it is. But there are only 4 companies who have all of my credit card information. So it's one of the 4. Because I never use it for any other occasion. So at least I know who the possible culprit is. All right.
assuming it's not a dark web situation.
Yeah, possibly because 2 of them are were internet transactions, so that's possible also. It did happen once, I think 15 years ago, that my information, when I contacted the credit cards, said that the information was probably stolen as my information was going from my computer to the computer of whomever I was paying something to, because there was no sign that the destination of it had been hacked, and there was no sign that I had been hacked in any way. So there's always that. Could have been another thing like this. All right.
Which it says that today's sponsored NordVPN. No.
I wouldn't mind having a sponsor. I'm just saying. All right. But I kind of would like it if it was at least a little relevant to the channel.
What? That's too much to ask.
I know.
It's like, are you tired of goblins getting a hold of your precious information?
Your precious spell book.
Like, have you tried sticking a shark on them?
No. George.
Like, well, now you can with today's sponsor, Surf Shark.
Oh, good lord.
Only works if they're in water.
Alright, so, what happened last episode? Let's get started. Our party, looking to pick a fight on their terms, went looking for their enemy in the hope of finding them before they found them. That's a lot of them in a single sentence. It quickly became apparent, however, that their enemies had anticipated such a strategy and intentionally left traces of their passengers all over the village in order to make them waste time or confuse them. After a while, however, it became apparent some location had been intentionally avoided, and so our adventurers went investigating where their enemies did not want them to be. While their finding raised more questions than answers, their effort was not wasted. Now all that remains is to actually pick a fight and see if they can survive it. I'm going to go a bit of on a spoiler moment here and say it's not the end of a chapter, so there's a decent chance that they'll survive. I can't account for stupid mistakes, but there's a decent chance that they'll survive.
So Jor casts Blight on himself.
That's when audience betrayal comes out. Just turn divine smites like.
Because that's the only way you should start a fight. Casting Blight on yourself. I think you played Magicka too often.
It's a power move.
Mm-hmm.
To establish
Think about the mental factor it does to your enemies, though. If you just start a fight casting Blight on yourself, they just look at them like, what are you going to do about it?
And then you roll a 1 on your intimidation check, and they just think you're incompetent.
Well, you know. Or everyone thinks you played Magicka too much.
Like, I cast Meteor Swarm.
I cast,
on my
could only
own
ever
keep.
memorize like 1 or 2 spells in that game and just spam them.
Let me guess. Fireball and Hail of Rocks?
One of them was always Thunderbolt.
Okay.
And then I eventually realized that it could target your allies, and I kept accidentally killing my friends.
Aww.
Actually, the most annoying spell to spam, at least in the old rules, was like being a wizard, just spamming Arcane Lock. Just like, I lock this door, I lock this door, I lock this door.
All right. So that's right. We gotta have a picture for Jorg, who will most likely be, according to what he said, between a half an hour and 45 minutes late. Which means he should be there anytime between 5 minutes and 20 minutes. So, and just in time for the second round of combat.
He's pretty far down in the... I don't know, I feel like that's ambitious.
Well,
we're not that fast.
Well, that's what I said. He was going to be there for the second round of combat. All right. So photo under, so that way he'll appear when you start. Let's get a little bit of music going on. Not something too big. Normal combat music. All right. So the reason I didn't all send you the battlefield, it's because you're in the middle of a field. There aren't any obstacles. It's just open field.
So you might even say that we're on the battlefield.
All right. So just have to settle the distance, however, where the enemy were when they threw the crystals that summoned them. So about 100 feet. So they were just beyond there, meaning that they should be at... They should be about here. All right. All right. So this is how the battlefield looks like. If you want to remember exactly the last few moments that led to there, our adventurers did find trouble. They did pick their fight. And one of the priests, well, technically the priest would be somewhere like this, just outside of the battle map. So, you arrive, threw 2 gems on the floor. The gems exploded and reformed into 2 large black wolves. And that's... Ah, come on. Keep doing this. Sorry, I just... Let's call it... There's an easy word that I want to use, but... oh, what the heck. We'll have Remy giggle. I just put lubrification on my printer, and every time my hand touches it, it becomes black. So... Alright. Let's try and not put huge black smears on my sheet. Alright. So, top of the initiative is audience. I placed you like this because I thought it sort of makes sense. Remy always near audience, Fisher at the front, Arunak behind Jorg. I didn't place Jorg. Why not? Like this. It sort of makes like a battle formation, you know? Put the healer behind everyone else. 2 warriors, and alright. Makes a battle formation.
I got your back, guys.
Literally. Alright, so audience, unless you want to start somewhere else, it's your turn. By that I mean you can tell me where you want to be, relatively close to everyone if you want.
Let's see. I think.
Like, I want to be within 30 feet of the enemy.
No, I think I'm fine.
Unfortunately. No, that's what I was counting. The enemy priest was about 100 feet away from you, far enough that you're not in range. Most of you aren't in range, but close enough that you would hear him as he is shouting. Because when he arrived, I did say that he shouted, "I've come bearing gifts." So I think about 100 feet is not too far away that you wouldn't be able to hear. Oh, you got some... where there will find shadow, I shall burn the light.
Like, I come bearing gifts. What? I said, I come bearing gifts. Actually, they're called GIFs. No, I said gifts.
Now we really gotta kill him.
No, this is fine. Alright, I will see the wolves spawn.
And start shouting what you wrote for your resub?
Yeah, definitely that. And then actually upon doing that, I will cast Daylight.
Oh, jeez. Where exactly? On yourself?
Yep, in the area around us. Because that means I believe that these wolves won't be able to teleport.
Let me read Daylight. 60-foot radius. This share, okay. If any of this spell area overlap with an area of dark created by a spell or lower, the spell darkness is dispelled. Alright. So if it's okay. Choose a point on an object holding. Alright, so you cast it in the middle of the group, or something on you, or maybe other?
Yeah, basically, so there's a 60-foot radius around us.
Okay.
And then I'll kind of beckon at the wolves to come into it.
Okay, 60 feet. 60 feet radius. So that's... hold on. That's 5... 10... 15... 20... 25... 30, 35, 40... But basically he nearly covers the entire battlefield. If you were at the center of it. 60...
Well, I can move it up a little bit, I guess, because
I mean,
I don't
just
think we're
cast
going to
it
be
on
fighting back
yourself.
into the... Yeah, I mean, I'll just cast it on myself, and then move... Actually, let me check if I'll move. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Yeah, okay, the wolves can reach me anyway. So, I will move up 5, 10, 15... I'll move up half my movement.
Alright, so...
I'll move to J8.
Exactly where I thought you would. And you cast it around yourself, covering nearly the entire battlefield?
Yep.
On yourself or at your feet?
On myself.
On yourself.
I want to be glowing. With my mace. So now there's double glowing, actually.
So you cast the daylight spell. It's really just pouring a bunch of oil all over your scales.
Yeah.
And then the light shines on them.
Roll a
just
quick
right.
strength saving throw as I step forward, so my shirt rips as I burst into light. No, I'm kidding. Just for Remy.
Well, if you do it in the right order, Remy might be out of combat because he's gonna be there recovering from having an orgasm.
I forgot I put my shield on my back. I just charmed the rest of the party.
So Remy, you just saw Audience move forward heroically, drawing his sword, screaming at the enemy, and then flexing. You see his shirt rip as the light comes out of it and cover nearly the entire battlefield. And for some reason in your mind, your only word that comes is, well, that's how I always picture him.
Reality finally matches the dream self. No.
Finally, you now have this image in your mind.
Now he can dream about it.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
That's good. The wolves can take their turn if they want now.
Well, then, in that case, the next one is Remy with a 17. Enticed by Audience's action.
Oh yeah, just needed to make sure. It's well, it's a little inconvenient right now. It's like, but Raimi might as well take some pot shots from the back before they start rushing forward. So he's going to use his bonus action to steady aim and aim his arrow at. I'm gonna say the lower one.
Okay.
That'll be 23.
23 will probably be enough. Hold on. Actually,
If they have an armor class higher than 23, we're screwed, guys. Get out now.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
Okay. Uh, and so then 34 force damage.
Hold on. I was trying to write something before that. Oh, everything is right. Alright. You said 30?
34 force damage.
Oh yeah.
Okay. It hits. Seems to hit normally. Well,
Well, I mean,
I
honestly, if they had resistance to force damage, I can't be too upset.
well, the avatar of a god might have such a resistance, but they're fragments of the avatar of a god. So we're not there quite yet.
But yeah, that's everything.
Alright.
Can't do anything else.
All right. I was trying to figure out when you take into consideration innate spell casting abilities, what level are spells supposed to be? Are they always their base level, or or should they be considered higher? I did not think about that before we started.
It depends on context. For example, if we're talking about cantrips, generally speaking, it's it'll usually be at the level that whatever the CR is. Assume that to be the level when you're doing the cantrips. When it's a spell casting, the stat sheet will usually tell you if it's a higher level. If it doesn't tell you, then you always assume that it's at the base level.
Okay, that probably settles it for me. All right.
Like, for example, there's some stat blocks like, hey, they can cast Fireball, but then parentheses 5th level.
Yeah, well, it's easy when it's a when you have to know about the damage, but what about if it's something that alters something in a battlefield, like Fear spell or something like this?
Well, same thing. It's like, unless it tells you otherwise, the level of the spell is the base level.
Okay. Well, there are fragments of a wolf god, so. Okay. So that's all Remy can do, which means we go down to that's audience, that's Remy. 14, that's them. Alright, the priest doesn't want to stay. He's confident, as any good villain would be, that the wolves will kill you, so he leaves.
Sounds about right.
just cut to any scene in a Bond film or in an Austrian Powers film.
Well, I was gonna say, aren't they almost the same thing? All right.
Well, Austin Powers, it's more on the nose.
Oh, that's a detail that I didn't look. Is daylight a concentration spell?
I don't believe.
Nope.
Oh.
It is a duration spell, 1 hour.
Oh, that's annoying. Okay.
Like, hey, my thing.
No. I just need to look at everything that I can do. So, That's because they do have an ability that allows to lower the light level of a place, but because they're opposing Audience's daylight spell, I was trying to figure out what would be the equivalent level of that. The closest spell to that would be Darkness. Darkness is a level 2 spell, but it's not actually that. It's just an ability that lowers the lighting in a specific area. So that's slightly annoying on that element.
This is why I cast Daylight.
No. It's a good idea. I was just trying to figure out at what level should be considered the base level of that. Because since I wasn't using a spell, I didn't consider this, but your spell would oppose anything of 3rd level and lower.
Are there any darkness spells of 3rd level and higher? I think there's...
There are. So, without going too deep into the issue, there are spells at a higher level that specifically reference the darkness spell in terms of its functionality. And in fact, as I was going through the original Monsters Manual, like looking for guidance on like how magical darkness actually works, basically every time except for like 1 or 2 stat blocks where magical darkness came up, it specifically referenced the darkness spell. It's like so, and I think maybe even a few of them actually indicated at a specific level. Don't quote me on that though. Yeah. But regardless, magical darkness is not really defined very well in 5th edition as a whole, at least as far as like consistency and functionality, except by the fact that they always reference the darkness spell. So inherently, if magical darkness does not reference the darkness spell, then it is just simply darkness that comes out of nowhere. Whereas if it does reference the darkness spell, then it follows the rules of the darkness spell.
And here's the thing, their ability... Oh! I think Jorg just arrived. Hey, hello! Well, here's the thing. The ability would be closer to not darkness spell, but shadow spell. Which doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I'm gonna remove the photo behind Jorg. Alright. Because that was annoying. You could see something. Alright. But Daylight spell is a good spell. They're fragments of a god, of an avatar of a god, and the ability is only designed to lower the light level. So I'm gonna rule out that Audience made a good choice, because it feels like he made a choice that is annoying, but with complete honesty, it makes sense that it would counter a spell only an ability whose sole purpose is to reduce the level of light. So it makes sense that your Daylight spell would counter it. Don't count on the same thing when you're actually in front of an avatar of a god, though.
You see, that's why he'll just gain access to an even higher level of Daylight.
Yeah, exactly.
A
I'll
level
just
10
transcribe.
Daylight.
Sunlight from the moon! Alright, so if they can't do this, it seriously messes up the strategy that they had in mind. So instead, they're gonna go...
You know, it's not every day where we can say that Audience is the brightest person in the combat.
Alright. They are...
How is combat going?
We really
Good.
just started.
We really just started, but I did cast Daylight, which I think counters like half of their abilities. So.
Well,
Oh, nice.
to be honest, Jorg, you arrived just at the right time because right after they attack, it's your turn.
Whoa.
All right.
Well, my character sheet is loading.
That's okay. You have a minute or two. All right. So one of them is going to howl, meaning that it spreads fear to everyone who is in range. But I made sure that the definition would tell something to someone that he has an ability which helps him in this situation. The fragment of the wolf god draws on the energy of the nightmare and unleash a chilling howl. Any creature...
Okay, yep. Yep, message received.
Alright, any creature in a 60 feet radius must make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened. Well, audience cannot be feared because he's a paladin. But for the rest of you, including Ornak...
Wisdom.
I don't have my aura yet that makes it so other people can't be frightened, right?
No, I don't think so.
You do?
Yeah, you do. That's 11.
Yeah, I do.
So we
Actually,
just
it's
have
level
to be...
10, but yes.
Oh, dear.
Is it? Oh.
Hmm.
But yeah,
What's the
we
radius?
just
What's
have
the-
to be in your aura.
10 feet.
It's 10 feet. So actually, anyone within 10 feet of me also can't be frightened, which I think is everybody.
No, actually, it's...
Well, the map hasn't been updated yet.
It's
I don't
about
actually
to
know
be,
where
I-
you are.
I made sure that
right, because I
Yeah,
moved
because
away.
you ran forward, so I don't think
Yeah,
it's
because I
anybody.
ran forward.
no.
If-
Audience.
Yeah, that is true.
Fisher is just on the edge. You know, if he would make only one step... Damn it!
No, you're right. All right, I assume also that they're immune to charm. Are they not immune to charm? Because I assume they had to run into my 15-foot cone if they moved up that far.
No, they're not immune, but they do have something that helps them counter it.
Oh, okay.
In the fact,
So they're not charmed.
in the sense that they don't need to see you to know where you are. They just close their eyes.
Okay.
All right. So saving throw. Fisher,
I rolled an 11.
that's not good for you.
Yeah,
How did you roll?
I needed you, audience. I rolled a 2 on the die.
Oh.
I don't think audience would have helped you anyway with this.
That'd do it.
Well, audience, I'm trying to find my feet.
I was almost there. Hold on. Rain.
Have you tried looking down?
That's always a
Nice.
possibility, but you know, if he's really flexible, it might not be down.
Sentinel attack. Brute.
Warrior,
Just
priest,
fear an element.
cleric.
Features and my features and traits.
It would be.
Why do I always skip over paladin when I move in the player's
Wait,
hand?
what are you guys looking for?
The ability of audience to be immune to fear.
Can't be frightened.
Oh, yeah, he just
Yeah.
straight up can't be frightened, and anybody who is within his aura either
be
is not
frightened.
affected by frightened or the frightened condition is suppressed.
All right, here you go. Aura of courage. Why do I don't know. This
Courage.
tonight. Yeah, I know. It's just that I kept saying it in French.
Yeah, I found it. I got it. Yeah, within 10 feet of me can't be frightened.
It's only at
or
18 level that it's going to extend to 30
to
feet.
30 feet. Yeah, so they're out of my range right now, but I could step back and I think remove the fear. But on my turn.
Unless I run away. Isn't that one of the things with frightened?
Only if
um,
the effect says so.
Yeah, no. This is just the
Otherwise, you're
basic
just
frightened. You'll have
Just can't get
disadvantage
closer.
to attack, and you can't willingly get closer to your target so long as you see it.
But I can cure that
Ah.
if I get back into your range.
Yeah. Fisher, your saving throw?
That was a 14.
14. I don't remember, Remy. Is that an advantage or immunity that you have?
I believe you just gave me advantage.
Then roll your save with advantage.
I assumed so, so I already rolled it. Soft 20.
All right, so Remy is the only one who's not scared of the beast in front of them all. All right, I just wanted to answer Jorg's question about being frightened. No, I went over it. Here we go. Frightened. A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability check and attack roll while the source of its fear is within line of sight. And the creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear.
Ooh. Guess I could. No, I feel like that would be a bad idea.
Alright, so Fisher is scared, Jorg is scared, Remy shrugs it off because you've seen worse. Although it's you still had that moment. You're not extremely far from what you needed, so you still had that moment, brief moment where you saw one of your hands start to shake and you were just able to remember what you saw, and it just went away.
It's like he still can think of the nightmare now. It's like being Jorg's friend.
Truly horrifying.
I don't know why. It sort of fits interestingly because your companion in combat, meaning, you know, you're work buddies. You're not friends. You're just work buddies.
except Jorg is the colleague that, you know, you maybe have a chat with him at the water cooler, but then like he drags out the conversation like way longer, and you had to clear your cup up like 3 times.
All right.
And you're just desperately looking for a social escape, but he just keeps talking.
Yeah, I've had that before.
We don't care about your niece's 5th birthday next week.
Alright, so that's one of them who managed to do this. The other one is going to attack Audience because, you know, he's being annoying. Audience. One attack is a 16. The other attack is a 32.
Yeah, the 32 is gonna hit.
Okay.
Alright, so at minimum they have a plus 13 to hit.
Did I make a mistake on Gano's counting? Hold on.
Yeah, that's the only way they'd be able to
I
get
think
to
we,
32
well, yeah, with
without
30,
a nat 20.
32 without a nat 20. Yeah.
That wasn't a nat 20. So,
Audience.
hold on. 30, sorry.
30. Okay. That still hits.
No, it doesn't hit this time.
Alright.
I assume my sunlight, unlike the actual shadow monster, is not giving them disadvantage.
No, they don't have a vulnerability to light or anything like this.
Yeah.
And
Oh wait, no, Raimi's a vampire.
How much am I taking?
Damn, you kind of were lucky on this one. I rolled 2 1s with all of the dice that I rolled. So that's 24 points of necrotic damage. Is that it? Yeah, necrotic damage. Oh no, it's just plain piercing damage. Okay. Plain piercing damage then.
Okay.
And They can't use that. They can't use that. They already used that. Damn, that's gonna be really, really, really annoying. Alright. Well, in that case, Jorg, it's your turn.
Well, audience is kind of in the way because now that I'm
Yeah, I
afraid,
agree.
my first instinct is to throw up a wall of fire. But I can't put them in a circle with audiences in the middle of it. It would hit both of them, but they'd be on the outside of the wall, and I can't just throw a wall down between us and audience.
Is Wall of Fire when it spawns or at the beginning of their turn?
On the side of the
Both.
select
Both.
feels fine. Creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that side of it.
Alright. No, not Wall of Water. Not
No.
Wall of Thorn.
So basically, it deals
when you cast
the
spell, yeah.
it deals damage, specifically based on a dexterity saving
Mhm.
throw. And then every turn after that, if they end their turn within an effective area, or if they pass through the firewall itself, then they just straight up take damage, no save.
And if I put it with audience in the middle of it, since they're large, they couldn't stand next to audience without being in the wall of fire.
True, but
Plus, when they move away, audience would get an attack of opportunity, but then audience is stuck in the middle of a wall of fire, which would
yeah.
not be ideal.
So, there is a way for you to place the wall, so that the creatures would partially be in it, and the audience would be at the edge of it.
Yeah.
If you put the damaging side on the outside, audiences will not be hurt. But then again, your firewall level 4 spell would be a single damage round attack.
Yeah.
Sort of a bit of a waste, but if you really want to do this, it's possible.
I do not really want to do that.
I mean, both of them, like, I might say both of them. I mean, like, Audience and Fisher could always play the drag 'em into fire game. That's always a fun
True.
game. But you do what
Uh-huh.
you feel is best for yourself.
I think I will do that just so I don't hurt audience. And it's a lot of damage either way. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Wall of Fire so that it's on the other side of audience from us, and pass it through both of them, and the damage is facing away from audience, so it won't hurt him.
Okay, so basically it's the diagonal that goes from M6 to B12, maybe a bit longer.
I mean, you could still have the effective damaging part on like our side of it, just so long as audience isn't in the straight up in the line of the fire.
Oh, right, then 10 feet, so I could put it so that it's 10 feet away from those guys and 15 feet away from audience.
So the
No, you could literally run
Yeah,
a
I
line
would rather
straight
do
through
that.
them, and then so long as audience isn't in the straight line, it's like they'll take the ones that make the saving throw, and then all audience has to do is move on his turn before it ends, and he has to take
Each
damage.
creature in its area. I see. So, and then when it's 10 feet for when they end their turn there. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'll face it towards us as audience won't take damage on this turn.
Well, the fire is one of those confusingly worded spells, so it's
There's so many different things going on, but now I understand it. So yeah, like basically from like the line M
Did you ever
like,
watch?
what, like N5 to like?
Because a lot of people have wall of fire as in a wall that of fire, and they wonder why one side is doesn't damage. But there is a nice visual element that you can have. Have you ever watched the first Ghost Rider movie? Jordan?
I think that was a
Nope.
no.
No? Damn it. Because
that was a no.
when
Yeah.
he jumps from the building and arrives at the ground, all the police officers starts shooting on him, and he just pulls out a wall of fire. But it's like blowtorch aimed slightly toward the enemy. So this is why there's no fire on one side. So your wall is probably slightly tilted, and it just makes a wave, a 5 feet wave in front. That's one way you can look at it.
That makes sense. Yeah. So I will do that. So it'll go from, it's 60 feet long, so I'll be like, I'll just start it on O4 and go 60 feet up and diagonal through the two guys.
Alright, O4. I'm gonna put tokens. NPC tokens to be the
to
sides
shuffle.
of the. Alright, and it's gonna be. How long is it? It's 60 feet long. Alright.
60 feet. Yeah.
And it goes all the way to here. So this is essentially because I don't have. I should probably try and make tokens for that. Here, tokens of the NPCs. This is your firewall.
I have to play the stream so I can actually see. Well, if it loads, we'll see.
Well, everyone else gonna see them before you. That's okay.
Oh, I see them. Yep.
So this is your wall of flame. I should probably
So
try
they'll
and make
take
tokens.
5d8. Oh, and it's a dex 16 for them.
One of them fail, one of them succeed.
Okay, so it's 17 damage on a failed, or half as much. So
Alright, so it's 17.
8 damage for the other one. And then
Okay. Alright. That's it for them. And 17, which means it's okay.
And then I will bonus action turn into a dire wolf.
If I'm not mistaken, that's a large creature, so you become the same size as them.
Yeah.
Alright.
And that will be my turn.
Alright. Which means that's Jorg's turn. Fisher, it's your turn. You're scared.
All right. I can't get in closer. Now set the walls there. Maybe do that. And that's. I believe that's too far away for that also. Do these seem like they would be categorized as aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna cast protection from evil and good on myself.
Okay.
And I am...
Smash holy water on your head.
Yep, basically. Oh, it's only advantage on new saving throws against... Okay. That's annoying. It doesn't immediately cancel the fear, but I do have advantage on any new saving throw against it.
Okay. All right.
And then I guess that's going to be my turn.
Yes. No. I was looking at the words because you can't be frightened for the rest of your life. Period.
Yeah, no, it's just 10 minutes and it takes concentration. Also, they have disadvantage on attack rolls against me.
Oh no, I was just thinking about you being feared. I didn't write time, and maybe that's probably a good idea because otherwise you'd be feared for the rest of your life until you die. So that's probably not a good idea to leave it without a time frame. But the easy time frame is you can make a saving throw on each of your turn. So that would be easy at the end of your turn.
Usually how those things work?
Yep. So go ahead. Make a saving throw. See if you manage to snap out of it.
I guess George should make one too then.
Soft 20.
That's true. Fisher, that would mean that you have managed to pull yourself out of the fear because of a spell.
I'm sitting there shaking with fear, pull out a flask of holy water, and just smash it against my face. And
Why
then
do
I'm
I get
fine.
Because I forgot to include a time frame for being frightened, so I decided that it was going to be at the end of your turn you can make another save.
I got a 24.
Then in that
Nice.
case, at the end of your turn,
Refreshing
you also
holy
stop
water.
being feared.
Nice.
It's because you change shape, suddenly you're
Yeah.
the
Like, those guys aren't so big.
yeah, exactly. You're the same size as them now.
Mm-hmm.
So Jorg had the realization that no, they're not so big, and Fisher just splashed himself with holy water and just okay, I've faced worse. Come on.
It's just more like, hey, audience, I'm a paladin now.
Alright, so that was Fisher with 11. Then we go down to Alunak. Alright, Alunak is not going to take too many chances. He's going to set up himself for a lot of healing. Where is his status sheet? Here it is. So he's going to start with... Where is it? Aura of Vitality. Why is it not doing this? Okay, one action to cast it, and bonus action to give someone within 30 feet healing. Or is audience within 30 feet? Audience is within 30 feet. So you feel a gentle breeze, audience, giving you 4 hit points back. If you were missing any. Yeah, 2d6. Alright, so Almanac is set up for massive healing each turn now. That's his turn. Needs to remain within 30 feet of everyone if he wants to be sure to. Alright. We go down to Terry. Fisher, what do you want Terry to do?
I want Terry to, since Jork has the firewall up, I want Terry to try and keep them in the firewall.
Okay.
Are these shadowy monsters that looks like they can't be grabbed?
They are large wolves. If you can grab a large creature, then they can.
Okay. Yeah, then I think
Okay.
telekinesis.
Then telekinesis would be the obvious
Wait,
choice.
he has. They probably don't have great intelligence scores. He has psychic lance, correct?
Yep.
I hit him with one of those.
All right. Psychic glance. It is an intelligence saving throw at base level.
Yeah. I don't think it scales super well.
Scaling it to level 5 would only give it 1d6, but because of the rules that I put in place, if you scale it from 5 to 6, it would add 2d6. So
Let's just keep it at 4.
okay. Alright. Which one? Up or down?
Up.
So that's a failed save. D6. 7d6. 6, 7. Oh, good lord. That's a good roll. Alright. That's 10. That's 20, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27 point of damage on the upper one, you said?
Yeah. I believe it is also incapacitated.
On success say the creature take is incapacitated. Yes. Incapacitated. Alright, so the lower one is incapacitated. So I'm gonna put it upside down to show that its life has just been turned upside down. Alright. Terry had an initiative of 1, so we go back to the top of the initiative with the audience.
Okay. Audience seeing
There's a
that the
huge
lower
flaming
one is
wall in front of you that's burning your
Yeah.
face.
well, seeing also that the lower one's now incapacitated, so can't actually attack me. I'm gonna move back to H8.
Okay.
Which means I shouldn't leave the other one's range, but positions me a little bit better. And then I'll attack the one in front of me.
Okay.
First attack is going to be a 21 to hit.
21 is enough.
right, that's going to be. So we'll use one of those. 3d8. I assume my mace doesn't hit. This isn't considered a.
Undead? No.
Okay. First attack will do 22 damage then.
Okay.
I don't know if my mace is just undead. It's undead and fiends, but I assume this isn't a fiend either.
No, it's more of a summoned creature, so closer to Fae.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, 22 damage, and then next attack.
And technically, it's a summoned creature coming from a divine creature, which would probably make it either Fae or celestial.
Yeah. Alright, second attack's gonna be a miss. Bad roll. Only a 10 on that roll.
Which gives you what?
A 10. No.
Oh, the total
10
is 10. Okay.
Yeah. No, I missed that one.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely 10 is. They have a decent AC. Come on.
Yeah. No, I missed that.
All right.
All right. Cool. That's my turn. I'll do
All
my
right. That's your turn. That's
22
audience.
damage.
Remy, 17. It's you.
Okie doke. Oh, whoops, that's... Oh, yeah, that's Ramy's token. Okay. 1, 2, 3... That works out. So, Ramy is going to do a brief little jaunt to G8.
Right next to audience.
And then he's going to stab that wolf with the good boy.
Oh.
Like, and we'll make it a booming blade, because, you know, playing around with, like, you move, you take damage. If you don't move, you take damage.
Nice.
Doomed if you don't. Doomed if you do. Doomed if you don't.
All right, I did get the... All right, so it's a 22 to hit.
22 is enough.
Okay, I gotta remember to roll a d4 since the dagger. That. Six. Right, so then 33 piercing and 7 thunder.
All right. Okay. Sorry, I was distracted for a brief moment. I was wondering what is your bonus to hit for each one of you? It's not gonna affect this combat. Don't worry about it. It's for future combat.
Like our attack bonuses?
Yeah.
Depends on the weapon I'm using.
Yeah.
I'd say your average, the one that you're the most likely to use.
Mine is either plus 11 or plus 6 if I'm using Great Weapon Master.
Okay, audience.
I'd say also plus 11 or plus 9 if he's using his mace because it doesn't have a...
That's it. All
Bonus
right,
to
that's
hit.
what I thought. Jorg, well, it's mostly spells. So, what's your bonus to hit with spells?
Spell attack modifier.
Yeah.
Spell.
8.
Okay. And you, Remy?
I mean, honestly, mine's kind of all over the place
Okay.
because I use a different weapon for every situation. So some of them have no bonus, some of them have a +1, and some of them have a +2.
Let's go with
So
average.
I
Let's go with
anywhere
+1.
between 9 and 11.
9, 11. So most of you have 9 and or 11. All right. Now it's just gonna help me figure out what should be the average armor, especially for bosses. This is why I say it's not gonna affect this fight, because they're not actual bosses. They're sort of a mini boss, but all right. All right, so we got Remy. You moved. You attacked. Anything else you want to do? Break out into a
and then I'm
dance?
going to move to F6 using my bonus action to disengage.
F6.
You don't need to. It's incapacitated.
It's not the one.
I thought the other one was
it's the
incapacitated.
other one that's incapacitated. You said the lower one.
I definitely said the higher one, but lower one, that's fine.
Oh, okay.
Lower one works. It was a random decision anyway.
Okay. All right.
Mostly just making sure. Yeah. Anyway, that is it for Amy's turn.
Oh. Interesting. Okay. Go. All right. That's Remy, which means the enemy. The enemy with 14. Well, I guess the easiest thing to do would be, what's the range of that? It's probably going like this, which we go. So he moved that way. He doesn't take damage, and he goes. Okay, yeah. It sort of knows that it's not the best strategy, but he wants to make sure that everyone suffers.
All right, and I'm gonna roll 3d8.
Go ahead. And Jorg, the damage of your firewall on the one that's incapacitated. Because it's going to end its turn inside of the wall, so it takes fire damage.
24.
Nice.
Yeah. I like that wall of fire.
The one who moved gets 18 thunder damage.
Okay, that's easy to count. Okay. And so the one that just moved is going to make an area attack, and where is this? Dexterity saving throw for everyone within 30 feet, which is everyone.
Oof.
Yikes. Dude.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Oh, nat 20 on that one.
Oh, nice.
Noise.
Yeah, he was tuned in.
You just didn't want to repeat the same thing that happened last time with Remy.
It's like, come on, Jorg, get closer.
Audience got a 10.
10, that's
I'm
going to
not-
be enough. Fisher?
That is a 2.
2, alright. Do you want to use your reaction to cover Terry?
Yes.
Alright. And Remy?
27 with audience's aura.
27. No,
Yeah.
this is Zora.
That would make sense.
All right. How can you justify this, Remy? You see this attack. You remember it from the past, and although it's not the greatest of place that you want to be, you sort of admit to yourself that this is the only way to avoid being hit by this wave of shadow quills erupting everywhere. You dive under the beast as you see this dome of quill going. And as soon as it's gone, you peek out and, oh goodness, that was a nice move.
And, well, now Raimi can positively identify this particular wolf's sex.
Actually, because of my description, Remy, I want to give you the option, if you want, to reappear on the other side of the wolf. If you want.
Oh yeah, you know, we'll make it cinematic, just like sliding underneath, just like in an action film. It's like, oh, that could have sucked.
And then you look up and you realize that you're looking at the butt of the wolf. That could have sucked. Oh man, that could still stink. All right.
Yeah, sting the wolf. Raimi just has a better place to target.
Oh, I don't know why. It just gave me flashback of Audience's cat. All right. Sorry, Sam's cat. All right, it's D8. So the only one who succeeded is Jorg and Remy.
Yeah. I just assumed Raimi succeeded.
Well, he's pretty good at succeeding dexterity save. That's why eventually, somewhere, at some point, it's gonna be strength saving throws.
Uh-oh.
Alright. So that's an 8.
So what I'm hearing is, I need to find some gauntlets of ogre strength.
Alright.
Would be fine.
So we got 29 points of probably shadow. Hold on. No, just plain piercing. Alright, plain piercing then. So 29 points of damage for Audience and for Fisher, and 15 points of damage for Jorg. And Remy identifies the sex of the shadow beast. All right. That covers what they can do. It is the... Oh yeah, the one that is incapacitated. It is the end of its turn. You become... recapacitated. But he is in the firewall and takes the damage that you told me earlier. Alright. Which means now we go down to Jorg.
Alright. Jorg is gonna charge run over to the one that Raimi and Audience are at. So I get the pack tactics.
Okay.
And I will fight that guy.
Where do you want to be placed on the battlefield?
Oh, I'll go to HI67. Well, that's Frel, isn't it?
No, I did not put Frel on the battlefield. I can put Frel on the battlefield.
I don't know if I summoned him or
I mean, you.
he was summoned, so I guess I got him out. I need his stat block, don't I? Well, for now, I'll go to
Right.
I'll actually go to GH56. Who's the one that's next to me?
GH56.
Oh, just a.
You go, like this. So you got on one side Fisher. I added an NPC token
Oh.
for Frail. Do you want him to
Oh,
move?
thanks. Yeah, he'll move over to also since that's Fisher, I will move down and not be in between him and the. No, I'll stay there. I'll send Frel up and around to E7,
Okay.
and then I will bite that guy. Bite. Or I mean D20. I have my monitor sideways, and it is tall.
Well, that's why you need real dice. You're a D&D player. You should have
I
real
do.
dice.
I have some upstairs. Fine. I'll be right back.
We're gonna.
I still have my headphones on.
He's gonna come
All right.
back, and we're gonna go on the break.
Oh no! I'm coming.
How about you just shake the house a bit until the dice fall on the ground and
Mm-hmm. All right. For my bite, I roll in. All right, 11 plus 5, 16.
That's not enough.
Boo. And then Pharrell, I don't know his stat block off the top of my head. Let's see, Pac-Man's painted. There it is. Oh, he doesn't have a stat block.
Oh, really? I thought I gave it one. Maybe he's in an. Maybe he's a monster somewhere on DD and Beyond. Hold on.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, he's. Oh, let's see.
Object abilities.
Oh, it rolls its own initiative. I could roll initiative for Frel real quick. Frel was just not ready to fight. He was.
Okay, he has a +7 to hit.
Okay. He's 17?
17 is not enough.
Alright, so their AC is not 17 or 16. Now we know that.
But
I was
they're
hoping we
lower.
know.
But they're lower than 21, I think.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Well,
It's either going to be 20 or 18.
mm-hmm. No,
It's not going to be
19.
19. Yeah, it's not
No.
going to be 19. It's going to be 20 or 18.
I was like,
All right.
there's another
No,
number.
it's going to be
No.
20 or 18. I'm making
Uh,
the gamble.
Well, that'll be the end of Jorg's turn.
Alright, so just that you know, Jorg, Frel can also help and grapple.
Oh, cool. Well, he tried to bite. Is help a bonus action?
Now, help is an action.
Okay, that's what I
it
thought.
gives you advantage, but there are so many of you around it that you know.
Yeah. Well,
But just like a guard dog, you know, he can bite down and grapple someone.
mhm.
That's the idea behind it. All right, so that's Jorg. Fisher, 11. It's your turn.
Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, hold on. I need to roll concentration for the spin attack. I took 29, so that's DC 14.
What?
I need to roll concentration for my protection from evil and good for the
Oh, yeah, okay.
AoE attack thing it did. That'll do it. Yeah, that's a 20 something.
Okay.
Okay. Then I will. What's that? A Constitution save. I am going to attempt
Okay.
to cast. I'm going to cast Vortex Warp
Ooh.
on the one that everybody's kind of surrounded,
Okay. Okay.
and try and place it on the other side of Audience and Raimi, back in the Wall of Fire.
Okay. Hold on. I don't have it in my own.
It's a Constitution saving throw, DC 17. The target is teleported to an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range. Chosen space must be on a surface or in a liquid that can support the target without the target having to
Right.
squeeze.
Constitution saving throw. That's not a guaranteed success. The roll is too low. I rolled 15. What's the DC that you said?
17.
Damn, that's not enough. So he gets
Back in the fire.
teleported to which coordinates you said?
Just on the other side of Audience and Raimi. So like HI
Okay.
9, 10. Back in the fire. Or Raimi, do you not want him right in front of your face?
Oh no, it's perfectly fine.
Okay, cool. One over so that he's next to Audience too. One to the left.
Okay. Like this?
I assume so when it's up there. Yes.
Okay. Alright. Anything else you want to do? Position yourself for better combat?
Yeah. I will move to... I don't want to cut Jorg off. I also don't want to be in the fire. I guess K5? How far out does the fire do damage?
I think it's the square in front of it.
Up to 10 feet in front of it.
Oh, 10 feet in front. Oh, okay. Well, then in that case, you gotta be one more back.
Then, okay, yeah, I guess. Four.
Alright, we're gonna say that it's at the limit. Because technically, audience is 10 feet away.
Yeah.
So
The whole point was for him not.
audience is sort of 7.5 feet away from the wall. So let's. I'm sure audience wouldn't have intentionally stayed in the fire in the flame of the wall. So we'll say that it's rounded out to 10.
All right. Yeah. I guess I'll just go to like J4.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to make tokens for fire walls and things like this because Jorg will be able to cast it more and more. Fire wall, thorn wall, things like this.
You could probably. I mean, yeah. Probably would be pretty easy to just make a rectangle.
I'm probably just gonna put a different image in one of the tokens, so I can just take the tokens and place it in whatever direction that he wants.
Okay. That is going to be my turn.
Okay. So that's Fisher, 11. Go to Arunak. Arunak will move forward to Fisher. And no, I don't want stupid internet. And where is that a sheet? There it is. Alright, he's gonna throw the Aura of Vitality, 2d6, not on you, but on Audience. Audience, you get...
Also,
yeah.
I think the wolf takes the wall of fire damage when I teleported in there.
It does.
Yeah.
It does when it moves in.
Yeah.
Oh, it moves in the... Oh.
Do I just do it once per turn? Or do I roll every time it goes in?
Once per turn.
Okay.
Because he technically did not move in, he was forcefully moved in. He was moved against his will inside of the fire. Would it be at the end? Wouldn't it be if he stays there on the next round?
So no, it takes damage either when it gets moved into the flames or when it stays within 10 feet of the effective area. For that reason, it can't take damage twice in the same turn.
Okay.
But it does take it. It's one of those situations where putting something into the effect procs the damage. It's one of the fun parts of forced movement.
Damn.
Inside of the second deal side the hedge, you could end its turn. You can take the same when it enters the wall.
Another good example of this is if you
on
teleport
turn.
somebody into Audience's Spirit Guardians.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I was just wondering if it said on a turn or on its turn, but it's because it a turn.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a difference. All right. Well then, Jordan, tell me how much damage the creature takes.
I'm rolling this one on D-net. 20.
20. It is the upper one. Okay. Alright. Arunak healed Audience for 8 points. And he goes right next to Fisher for a good old cure wound. Because that's the only other healing spell he has. Okay.
Thanks, bro.
We're gonna go with 2d8. Alright, Aura of Vitality has been used once. And a cure there. No, he's gonna use that. 19 points of healing for you, Fisher.
Sick.
That's Arunak. Terry! Well, Terry is going to drag the creature. How far can he drag something?
I don't know.
30 feet. Alright.
Although they're both currently in the fire.
Yeah, he's just gonna drag it forward and then backward. He's just gonna be mean like this.
Just gonna spin him around in a circle really fast. Make him dizzy.
Oh no, that's even worse. Doesn't need to get it closer to you. He just needs to move it outside of the wall. So you see the wolf slowly rising over the fire and then being slammed back inside of the fire. You're muted yourself, right?
All right, sorry. I was just imagining to myself, like, if it wasn't already in the fire, just like slowly lifting it over the fire, just so the flames are licking at its nethers.
I don't think he knows what those are. No one's ever explained it to him. So
Like,
but
well, I don't think you really have to explain too hard. Like, that is many people's weak point.
But since the normal place to take a wolf would be by the scruff of the neck, you just see this invisible hand grabbing it upward and then dropping it down. So you probably see that little element of fire licking at its feet or its ball, depending on how much it pulls out of its pulls up its feet. All right. Jorg, how much damage does that poor wolf take after being dragged around?
Was this? Do I roll again, or is it the same?
I'd say roll again because he was taken out and back in.
Yep, just
Then
roll the
it's
5d8.
26. When you get flicker mechanics in, so they just pop in and out of existence and take the damage over and over again.
I mean, technically, I do have a conjurer's closet, kind of, but it doesn't have a flicker effect on it like it does.
You, don't you?
All right. It doesn't take. Oh, it doesn't take anything. So as long as the spell is not concentration, he can do something else. Fisher, do you want him to do something else?
Spell. Didn't he just, I'm assuming he used telekinesis to do that?
Yeah, but it's active since the last time because you. Oh no, because you didn't.
No, he.
Oh, okay,
he didn't
okay,
do it
okay.
last time. Also, I believe telekinesis is constant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. You just went off of what you almost told him to do for the next time. All right, that's okay.
Yep.
He took initiative. It's your son. You should be proud.
Yeah. He's learning, testing things out on his own.
Yeah, he said go telekinesis. No, psychic lance. So he tried telekinesis this time. All right. Which means that's Terry. Which means we go back to the top of the initiative, but it's a good time to take a break tonight. So we're gonna go take a break. Marsh sound, because that's what we do when we go on breaks. Okay. Break. Here we go. Alright, so we'll be back in 15 minutes. See you in 15 minutes. Bye. Alright, and we're back. We're back in this fight that was supposed to be mildly easy, but it has been made very easy because audience, for the first time in nearly the beginning of the campaign, cast a spell in combat other than Divine Smite. No, sorry, it's your second spell. You did cast Command on 2 occasions.
No, I seem to recall a couple times where he cast Compelled Duel.
Yeah, that's what I said. He did cast the spell Compel twice since the beginning of the campaign.
I think I've also cast Protection from Good and Evil a couple times.
Yeah, that's true.
You did. but only because somebody made sure to have a shit ton of it ready to go.
Hey, Fisher! You got color problems again.
Okay, anyway, audience's turn is pretty
Yeah.
easy because I'm just going to hit the monster in front of me.
Okay.
Are you saying that his color is a problem, Jack?
No, it's multiple colors are a problem. I don't have a problem with someone that's just
Alright,
one
that's
color.
a miss.
Oh, so now you have problems with
Only
rainbows.
racist against biracial.
Okay, audience turn is done. He missed twice.
Yeah, damn. What happened, audience?
By the way, remember how I was saying how I was joking how I was going to miss all those good rolls for the fight episode? I have not rolled above a 10. I have rolled 2 nat 1s, 3 and a 6 and a 4.
Ouch.
And then the one attack that hit, which I think was like a 14. But yeah. Anyway. I'm glad my daylight's doing something, because I'm not doing much else.
Well, it's doing a lot. If you want to know your daylight spell, because it's not going to be the spell, so I don't mind telling you, it's preventing them from using a sneak attack, it's preventing them from using a stealth ability, and it's preventing them from essentially teleporting wherever they want on the battlefield.
Yep. And those were all abilities I remembered from the previous fight, which is why I used it. Audience learning from combat. Crazy.
Whoa.
The only time he will learn.
All right. All right, so we go down to Remy.
Well, Raimi so far has not been given any reason to stop doing what he has been. So he's going to continue gripping the... Well, does he have to since he currently has that one? I'll wait for in case that one disappears for some reason. So he's going to then pull out his arming sword and stab it with the booming blade.
Okay.
That's gonna be. Right, this one's 20.
20 is enough.
Okay, arming swords. Okay. So then 37 piercing.
Okay.
And 9 thunder. And then Raimi is going to bonus action disengage.
Okay.
And go to E6.
Ah, right next to Friel. You want to pet the dog.
Actually, if I want to be smarter about this, actually D6.
Ah, you're still in range.
I'm
to
still
pet
in
the
range of Frel,
Yeah.
but I am also still maximizing my distance from Jorg while...
dog. Okay.
So no, the actual reason is that if that particular creature wanted to make an attack at Raimi by moving, then they'd still be able to do so while still staying within audience's range. So if he actually wants to try and attack Raimi, then he would actually need to move further than that, and that might proc an opportunity from audience, which might actually halt his movement entirely.
Ah. All right.
So now Raimi will end his turn.
Okay. That's Remy. And now we go down to the enemy with their 14. All right. So they don't want to end inside of the fire. So they're gonna move. They're gonna move. And I don't know, maybe Jorg will have a reason to hate Remy even more.
14 thunder, by the way.
I don't hate Remy.
14 thunder.
I,
Oh yes, the wolf that you injured. There's billowing smoke coming out of the wound that you did, meaning that it's under 50%. It's equivalent to bleeding. All right. And it moves, it takes damage, it's in rough shape, but they're gonna try and make all of you regret everything that you've ever done in your life. Meaning this one moves here, and this one will simply move. Is that a good idea to do it like this? Yes, it is. So one moves and then unleashes, because it regained its ability to use a Shadow Quill, and use it once again on everyone everyone's gonna be in range. Isn't that nice? Yeah, this one, like I said, moved to here so that it wouldn't be in range of the Shadow Quill, and then it's gonna no, that's stupid. It's gonna move here, and then it's gonna attack. All right, so dexterity saving throw for everyone.
$21.
Okay, that is enough.
You got a 21, I got a natural one.
Damn, that's not enough.
15.
15, that won't be enough. Remy?
Raimi gets a 22.
Okay, that will be enough. Jorg? Frail?
Net 1. Oh, and Pharrell, what's his... is he a specific... Should stop putting my die back in the box.
He has a +1 for dexterity right now.
You got a 10.
He got a 10.
Probably also not enough.
No. Arunak has got a 16, which won't be enough. Fisher, do you want to use your reaction to shield Terry?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, and the damage on all those who failed. Because they're understanding that they might probably not survive this, so they're just gonna try and do as much damage as they can and take as many people out as they can. They're some creature, you know, they're not that smart. 22. So to anyone who did not succeed, 22. To I think everyone failed except Remy, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I succeeded.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I meant. Sorry, you succeeded. So that's 11 for you, audience. 22 for Fisher. 22 for Jorg. 22 for Frel. And Remy. Well, like I said, Jorg is gonna have even less of a reason to like you because you grab Frail and you put him in front of you, and he takes the brunt of that damage.
Or perhaps Frel is the good boy
shit.
and is like, no, and then jumps in front of Raby in order to take all the damage he would have taken.
Well, that depends on what Jorg says. Would Frail do this?
Yeah, he's a Newfoundland. Newfoundlands are very kind and loving animals, and
okay, I thought
even if
you were going
he
to
was
reference the
cowering a
people.
little bit behind Frel would own it and help protect him, whether or not he deserved it.
All right, so
Whether or not he deserved it.
so seeing that it
Also,
yeah.
the firewall dissipates
Oh.
as Jorg drops concentration.
Oh.
Wait, Direwolf had 37 hit points, which means I actually have. Still a Direwolf, but I lost concentration.
Okay. That's 489. That's 50. Oh. He's at 51 damage total. Arunak is starting to lose leaves, although judging from the time of the year, it might actually be. Should probably be a different kind of tree. Alright, so that's the first one. And the second one, well, now there is no firewall, so he can move whatever way he wants. He's going to shove himself right under Jorg, next to Fisher and Arunak, near audience, and he's going to Shadow Quill himself again. Which will hit the other one, but he doesn't care. He's gonna launch a fiery ball of doom. Saving throw. Audience. Remy, Jorg, Fisher.
I got a 26.
26 is enough. Bam.
Jorg got a 5
That-
and 6, and Frel got a 12.
Alright, so fail. Fisher.
7.
Fail. Audience succeeded again, and Remy?
29.
29. Onak, 11. Alright. So everyone...
Also, I lost concentration on protection from evil and good from the last one.
Alright. That's 34 points of damage, which means 17 for you, audience. Frel probably just screamed a little bit because he is above 50% of his hit point. He's taken a total of 56 points of damage, and he only has 62 hit points. But
Frel.
he is sacrificing himself to keep Remy safe. Although you feel like Remy might be helping him a little bit because he nudged him in the right direction. And, he's gonna do it again. Frel, go to your left.
Throws a piece of bacon.
All right.
Hey, every good thief has pocket bacon ready to go when they need it.
It's a staple of the class. All right. And Arunak. Oh, jeez. Orunak has 1 hit point.
Ah!
It nearly tore him off. You saw an arm of Orunak just blow off. But he maintains concentration on his aura of vitality.
What was the full damage again? On that one, I didn't hear
34.
the number. So
34. So for you, it's 17.
17. Okay. That was.
Ouch.
Yeah, they sort of figure out that they're not going to survive this, so they decided to go all out, and since they can't use most of their abilities because of audience,
It's just gonna blow up.
that's as dangerous as they might actually get, because the Shadow Quill is on a recharge, like Breath Weapon. So that's them. We go to Jorg.
All right. Jorg is no longer a wolf,
Oh,
and he
deflates.
realizing that everyone's been taking a lot of damage is going to throw up a I have it. Where is it? Aura of Vitality. Yeah, I do have it.
Oh man, we're gonna have 2 healers.
30-foot radius until the spell ends.
Yep.
You can use a bonus action to cause. All right. Ornak is being a bro. I'm gonna heal him with my aura real quick. For 2d6.
Yep.
For 5. Sorry, Ornak.
It's okay.
Not very good at this. He's still going to get 1 shot, but yeah.
Of course, when you say this, Orunak can't help but to say, the others first, always!
Too late. Sorry, man. It was only 5 hit points. It wasn't like it was going to go anywhere, help anyone else very much. Then I'll...
Well,
and then
Frel,
I'll have...
Frel might argue.
True. I should have healed Frel. Oh well. Frel's gonna bite this dire wolf with a 16 on the die.
It's not enough.
Not enough. What's his bonus? What stat block do you have for him? Is it for an animal or is it specific to him?
No, I created him myself. He's got a +3 on strength right now.
Okay, so that would be a 19 to hit.
19 is
And
enough. It's just barely enough. Sorry,
Alright,
audience, you just lost your bet.
Yep. Sorry.
2 out of 3.
Yeah. And he will. What's his damage?
Hold on. That's right. I never sent it all to you.
Wait, do I have him?
Yeah. What?
In my notes or something? I do not have it in my notes. I just have the.
Because it's a support. I think it was 3d8.
Ooh. 4, 5, 7. Can you even grapple a
He's
creature
a medium
size class up?
He's a medium-sized
yes.
beast, so he can, because
Okay.
large is just one size larger.
You can only do
He'll
one
go for the
size
grapple.
up. You
Okay.
can't do 2.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Next level, he grows
You will
up.
attempt. Ooh, then I can ride him. Yes.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it's what I've wrote for the next... Yeah, level 12. Large dog can be used as a mount.
Yes. Hype. He will go for the grapple now. And then that is, he has wolf rules, right? Once he bites, he can do a strength. Oh no, that's knock prone.
Actually, most dog
Never
have this ability, so I wouldn't mind giving it to you as a. But it's a saving throw.
Okay.
Usually, when wolf bite, it's a saving throw, strength saving throw from the
Yeah,
other
it's not a
creature.
grapple.
And he's there to assist
Mhm.
you, not to do everything for you.
Yeah,
So,
like if he can't do that, that would, like, it's another wolf too. It'd be hard for it to go prone.
And the wolf is actually kind of large and strong. So, just saying, I don't mind if you want to do this, but
Nah,
okay.
a bite's good enough.
And it's the one that's on top, meaning that was 7 point, meaning it is that. Alright. Alright, so that's Jorg. Which means we go down to Fisher.
All right. So I
Time to
am
do
going.
something! Sorry.
Hey.
That was
teleported the guy
Terranat
on the
talking
wall.
to you.
Yeah. I am going to, I believe, just smack. Yeah. I am, because they're too far apart for that. However, first I am going to run around to the other side of this wolf, to I-7, because if I'm gonna have to keep making saving throws, I might as well be
Be
next
close to
audience.
audience.
And then I am going to cast Chromatic Strike
Okay.
using one of my acid vials to put acid on it and cast it at 3rd level. And then I'm gonna attack the guy at IJ56.
You know, I just want to point out that there's another source of magical energy that you probably are in range of. The daylight spell of audience, you know, it might actually give radiance, but it's gonna dim the light.
Radiant isn't an option in this spell.
Well, I could be convinced with fire, but it's gonna dim the light.
That's not worth it. That's bait. I'm being baited.
Really? Are you sure? I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna attack this dude. Not using Great Weapon Master. Should have used it. That was a 19 on the dice. That's a 30 to hit. So that's 14 slashing damage. And then six acid damage. And then acid. It gets blinded by the acid. Does it have a keen sense of smell?
Keen hearing and smell, yes.
It is incapacitated until the start of its turn, it can make a con save to shrug it off.
At the end of or beginning?
The target can make a con save at the beginning of its turn.
Okay. So...
But until its turn, it's still blinded.
Yeah, it's just got a shot of pepper spray and it's very sensitive organ.
And then I will attack again. Because it's blind, do I get advantage? Or does it have some kind of blind sight?
It's got blind sense.
Dang. Makes sense, though. I will swing again. That is going to be a 24 to hit.
That is enough.
For 11 slashing damage.
Oh.
And 9 acid damage.
You just managed to do 20 points of damage on each round. Just balanced differently.
And then I'm going to action surge.
Okay.
And keep going. I think I'm actually going to... If I step up to H7, I won't take an attack of opportunity.
No, that's good.
And then I'm going to target this other one.
Okay.
To try and hit it with the acid. First attack is a 21 to hit.
20 was enough?
There we go. 18 slashing damage. And 12 acid damage. I just rolled a 5 and a 6 on 2d6, and then 3 4s on 3d4.
Alright.
And then it is blinded and incapacitated until the start of its turn. And it gets to make a save. And I'm going to attack it again. That's a nat 20.
Alright.
That's all.
I think.
Oh my god.
I think I made a mistake in who took what damage. Because I feel like the one that you're attacking right now should be lower than that in hit points. But if I made the mistake, it's only that I took the wrong wolf, so the total hit point it still works. It's just that I might have made a mistake on who took what damage.
I think I just made up for those rolls because that crit was 2 1s, a 2 and a 3. So that's 14 slashing damage. Then
Total of?
sorry, I'm still thinking.
Okay.
Of. 15 acid damage.
15. Alright, so both of them are injured. Like I said, I think I made a mistake on who took what damage, but because it's only a mistake on who took what damage, the total hit point is the right one. It's just I feel like
Yep.
one should be dead, but all right, I might have made a mistake somewhere. All right. Well, that is your turn.
Yep.
All right. That was Fisher, which means we go down to Onak. Onak has an important decision to make. Onak has an important decision to make.
White bread or wheat?
I think Ornak would be a whole wheat guy.
Maybe
Is Arnak debating whether to blow himself up or to like do a big healing spell?
actually big healing spell or big healing spell, because he's got to think about, will there be another fight? If he does this, he might actually.
Don't worry about the future. Worry about the present.
That's your advice for Orunak?
Yeah.
Alright, so you see him.
This is why I healed Ornak, really. Because he's got healing spells. So I don't have to
True.
use them.
Alright, he's gonna use Mass Cure Wound.
Nice.
Mass Cure Wound, here we go.
He could actually afford to use some of that on himself, because Amy didn't take any damage.
It's 6 creature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can even heal Frail. Because Tobiashi's not there, so. Alright. 30 foot. Remy is 25 feet away, so he's in range. Alright. Everyone regains. Okay, that's a decent heal. Plus, I got too many things on my desk right now. 19 plus 26 points of healing to everyone.
Wait, how much?
26.
6. Very nice. I think he can even do more, because he can still use his bonus action to...
Oh yes, oh yes. Who looks worse for wear? Anyone under 50%?
Not anymore.
I'm at 78.
Is that below your 50%?
No,
Okay.
it's not. I'm giving people what my life total's at, so other people can give what their life total's at.
I'm at 94.
On a scale of 0 to 102, I'm at 62.
Alright.
Okay, so we're probably about equal, me and Fisher, because I'm 78 out of 114, so he'd be slightly more hurt than me.
Yeah, but Fisher has more difficulty making his save, so...
Raimi has an ingrown toenail.
Oh,
I was gonna say Remy probably is not hurt at all.
no, Remy's dealing with the worst right now.
Orunak's
I
there.
think Fisher should get the healing.
Orunak's there looking for who's most injured, and he's audience. Ooh, Fisher looks bad. Jor, he just changed shape, and he looks at Remy, and Remy has Frel in his hand, just looking at Orunak. I'm good.
Technically, Frel's the most hurt if you want to do the most.
Yeah, but Frel can be resummoned. He can't die, actually, so... so it's gonna be you, Fisher, and you're gonna receive another 5 points of healing. It's aura vitality is just 2d6. So.
I will take it.
And be happy about it or be sad about it.
Happy about it.
Okay. All right, so that was Arunak, and then we have Terry. Terry's in a weird place right now because he's on your shoulder. Is there anything you want him to do?
I was gonna say Lance, one of them, but they're already incapacitated.
Is he still concentrating on telekinesis?
Yes.
I believe so. Yeah. So
So can we just throw one of them up in the air so they can stop taking attacks on us at least?
Okay.
Yeah.
I like to think that would be
the
useful.
bottom one, 30 feet away.
No, he's gonna do something else.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. So you look at Terry. He's like, "Can you take one away?" Terry looks at you for a brief moment. He looks at one of them. He grabs him, shoves him up and down, lets him fall on the other one.
Nice.
So it's really just a.
Lateral.
You see one of them just going.
Stop hitting yourself.
And you see a bunch of star in front of your eyes. Fisher saying, "Is that good?"
Yeah.
Terry got a kill. Well, that's not his first kill. He killed a whole lot of people not so long ago, but it's his biggest kill.
Yeah.
All right, the wolf. So that you know, both wolf took 15 points of damage from the fall, and one from getting hit by an object falling 30 feet away from him.
Nice.
All right, so now it's not a problem who took what damage because both of them were on the same square, and I don't have to decide which one of them died.
The real reason you decided to do that.
I know that one of them was at 9 hit points, so it's dead. All right.
Death comes for us all eventually.
Well, it desummoned. All right, audience, it's your turn.
Alright. Well. There's now one hurt wolf. So I guess I'll hit it. You know, why not? See if I can actually hit something.
From inside of you, Fisher,
believe
here,
in
do you
you.
think he's going to hit it this time?
Nope. Not with the
Believe
first
in
one,
me.
because that's only a 15. It's 6.
You were destabilized by the fact that Terry just shoved a creature on top of
Nope.
another one.
And that was close, because that does bring
Wait.
me to an 18. That won't quite
Hey.
do it.
Wait, no, because if it
Audience, it is technically
should-
flanked.
Oh, okay.
I believe
the
it
first
should
attack.
also be prone because of the fall damage.
It's prone, and you got a triangle formation on him. So
You
What does
have
prone
advantage.
give it? Well, I know
Yeah.
I have advantage, yeah. So the
Okay.
first attack misses. Because I rolled a 15 and an 18.
all right.
Yeah.
So we'll switch to the second attack. Which will hit, because I got a 19.
Good.
And will also hit, because I got a 25. But so I do get to hit him with that. So we'll hit him, we'll use that, and we'll hit him with a 48. So I'll actually hit him for 26 points of damage.
26. All right. Which means he's at. All right.
And then that'll be my turn.
Remy, it's your turn. You could finish things off. You could.
That's not a good sign.
But you're not, because Remy decides to walk away. No. Oh, we've lost the camera for Remy.
Is Remy still there?
I don't know, the camera is
Uh-oh.
frozen for him.
Uh-oh.
He could have lost the connection. Is he still... He's still online? Alright, so... He's still on Discord, which means it's probably just the Skype connection.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, yeah, he fell off the call, so he's probably gonna come back on the call. So while we're waiting for him, what did you eat for breakfast today?
A muffin.
Oh, what kind of muffin?
Poppy seed from Costco.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
You forgot, okay.
To have breakfast.
Oh no.
That is- To be fair, it was really just gonna be a protein bar, but then I left it at home on my way to work. So
Alright, well, here's my problem, because I'd say we're to come back to Remy after, but the next one to attack is the Shadow Wolf, so... Okay.
How much does Remy
Ooh,
need
here.
to kill?
roll the wolf's Constitution save that it has to make at the beginning of its turn. Because if it fails, it'll be incapacitated and it won't be able to take any actions anyway.
That is fair.
That was for what?
For the acid chromatic strike.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So what's the DC?
17.
17. I doubt very much that he made it. Constitution, you said?
Yeah.
No, he didn't make
yes.
it. Roll 13 total.
Okay.
Alright, so we're gonna come back to Remy later.
Let's just see if the rest of us kill it.
Hey, Remy's back.
Oh, never mind, he's back. Alright.
Yeah, Skype took a poop, but the only way to fix it was to restart. So
That's what I figured, because
I'll
you
say
didn't
there's
fall
very little fear of
offline.
this fight. Because the wolf won't even be taking its next turn. So there's almost even if you don't kill it, there's almost a 100% chance, I think, that we probably kill it in a full round of attacks. So
right.
take your time with very little pressure.
Well,
There's a ton of pressure. Who's gonna get the killing blow?
Yeah.
Oh,
Bragging rights.
probably it's probably either going to be you or Fisher would be my guess.
But
My guess is it won't make it back.
technically, it's your turn, Remy.
well, I guess Remy will just walk up to it with a knife. Even though it's technically the worst weapon to use here, but it feels like the most appropriate thing to skin an animal. As he walks over and attempts to stab this prone creature.
This prone, essentially pepper sprayed.
I wish it was a nat 20, but it's a 19 on the die.
Ah, come on. You really should
No.
put some effort into this.
Right, D4.
You've got every reason to have your sneak attack, because it's prone, it's in pincer formation, and you can take your time.
So then 37 piercing
Okay.
and 15 thunder.
Okay. You strike, and you hear the thunderous blast of your strike, and it dissipates, and it is no longer there. We're gonna end the combat music. Here we go. No more combat. It is dead. We're gonna go back to the roleplay. Here we go.
Well, is the priest still there? Or
No,
no?
he left.
Did he leave? Okay.
Says in audience's
Yeah.
voice. Says in audience's voice. It's like you can get the next one, Fisher.
All right, back to getting this pole out of the ground that we were on. I think we were like halfway through digging. These
no,
guys
you
showed
just
up,
got
so
there.
Oh, okay. Well, let's get this pole out then.
You intentionally triggered the spell that was around it to warn them if you ever got close.
The one good thing I will say about the wall of fire is the priest had probably no idea how the fight was actually going, so it has probably no idea whether the wolves won or not when it left. So that might slow down any other reinforcements they might send.
Yeah.
Again, Bond villain.
Alright. Gotta remove the photo from drawer because that gives a weird edge on the sides. Alright. Alright, so everything goes back to normal. How long does your light spell last? An hour?
An hour. It's
Okay.
still up for a while. It'll be up for a while.
So everyone can actually see what's happening right here because there's a huge ball of light in the middle of the field.
Yeah. I guess they'll probably figure out we won the fight by the fact of the giant ray of sun, like, doesn't leave. But, yeah.
Oh. Before we have a chance to forget about these, I believe both Jorg and Ornak are concentrating on Aura Vitality.
Yes.
And that bitch lasts for a whole minute. I feel like they could get the most healing they possibly can out of those
They
before
probably
they
should
dissipate.
Yeah, we will. I'm every 6 seconds. I'm going to use it on.
Alright.
So George, I think we get another 9 rounds of
Yeah.
2d6.
Yeah.
So
you
that's-
got 9
So just
rounds,
roll all of it
and
and then spread it.
Arunak has 7 rounds.
So you can just roll 7.
I'm going to write it down. Yeah, my rolls.
So
I was gonna say you don't need to roll multiple times, just roll 96. Or whatever the math
It'll
would
be, yeah, 18.
18d6.
Well, it depends on if you want to spread it around. It's gonna have to be.
Well, you can get the total of the hit point pool you're gonna have and then spread it around first instead of rolling.
Well, except they come in these chunks. I mean, I guess I don't have to play it that specifically.
Oh yeah, that's true, I guess. I assume with the healing we have, most of us will be back to full. I'd be surprised.
All right, so. Well, Arunak's gonna heal any of you first, and him at the end. So, Fisher still looks a bit off, so you're gonna get 11 points of healing.
Mm-hmm.
Then audience, you're gonna get 9.
Okay.
Jorg, gonna get a 7.
7.
So Fisher.
I'll give myself this. No, I'm only
Fisher's
one
gonna
away,
get a
so-
5. Audience gonna get a 5, and Jorg's gonna get a 6. And that's all the healing that spell can give.
All right. Who else needs healing?
I'm still not at full.
How much do you need?
To get to full, 8 plus 14 is
22.
22.
Yeah.
I can do that.
need
How
I'll
much
give you
do you need to
22.
How much do you need to get to full, Fisher?
19.
Okay, so I don't know. You can do
And then
this.
19 for I can do 19. And then
Oh.
all right, so then Frel.
Frel, you can just desummon and resummon him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'd probably be
I'll just do
Oranak who would
that.
honestly get the rest.
Oh
of
yeah,
me.
what does Oranek need?
Everything.
I have.
Oh,
All right, I'll give him 23.
Okay.
Besides a vacation.
Yeah.
Okay.
23
That's
will
all I got.
let him. Yeah, 23 will let him survive a couple more hits.
Yeah, he's back above 50% hit point. All right.
And it's like the wolves were never there.
Well, except that everyone is slightly exhausted in spell, but slightly.
Yeah.
All right.
Audience less so, because I never actually hit anything, so I never got to use Divine Smite.
Yeah.
You know, you did have like this giant flashing light around you the whole time. Maybe that's the reason. Just like,
Yeah.
so like, I'll
did
get
burn-
you.
I did burn one of my level 3s for the daylight.
But you also blinded yourself for most of the fight, so.
Yeah, I maybe shouldn't have cast it like on my head like a crown. I thought it would be cool at the time, and then I realized all the light was just streaming down into my eyes the whole fight, and I was like, my bad.
So that's why my teacher always told me never to do that.
All right, well, let's get this pole out.
And how are you going to do that? That thing is several thousand pounds.
I mean, technically, with no traps, I think me and Fisher could pull out several thousand pounds. But
I think you are incorrect.
well,
How would you
several
pull
thou-
out 7,000
No,
pounds?
several
not
thousand.
7. Several thousand. So like 2 or 3. I don't know how
Several-
together what are. Yeah.
I mean,
Multiple thousands of pounds is
yeah, that
seems like a lot.
That's way
Three.
more than
No.
we're
well, we-
strong. We're not that strong.
No. We would need. Let's see. What's my pulling? It's the stat sheet or something.
Oh, jeez. Several thousand.
Especially if it's like rooted in.
Push, drag, or lift twice your carrying capacity or 30 times your strength score.
So,
So-
20 times 5. So
20 times 30.
30
is-
times 30 here.
Because 1,000 pounds, like several thousand
So
pounds.
that's
is like a
6. So
car.
each of us could do 600. So that's like
Yeah.
1,200 together.
Yeah.
That is more
Yeah.
than I expected.
Yeah,
But that's still too much.
yeah. Just to give you a bit of a reference, probably that pole, if you manage to completely unearth it, which is taller than a person, it's probably around 1 to 1.5 ton.
Audience, weren't you just gonna try and send it away?
Yeah, I was just about to mention that. Like,
I
thought the
was.
original plan.
I was.
Yeah.
There was risk to it, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
But what is a little life without risk?
Um,
Well, no,
Oh,
the-
right, because I don't have to. Right, because I don't have to hold it. We figured out I didn't have to hold it.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
part I was about to mention. Like, there was risk if you were holding it, but
Mhm.
looking at the
Well,
skill,
there's
you
still
don't actually have
risk
to-
of a misfire, but there's not risk of me taking damage as much. Okay, yeah, sure. Well, I hope this goes well, guys. I may be
Fisher's
back.
gonna take comfortable couple steps back.
Yeah. All right,
then give
I
him a
guess
thumbs
I
up.
will use my helm and try and teleport the pole.
Oh my
Ah.
god.
Where should I teleport it? Is there anywhere
The-
funny I could teleport it?
You want? I
Up your
think you
butt.
want somewhere
Well, I want somewhere known.
known well, like as well as you can know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's
What if
any.
you sent it to the garden?
That's extra planar though.
No, that's extra planar.
Just outside.
But I don't want to like put it in the
we
middle
use
of a
the orb
city.
to teleport it.
No, I'm not using the
No.
orb. I'm using the helm.
I don't. We
Yeah,
can't
but
do
you-
that with
Yeah.
the orb.
We couldn't do it with the
Yeah.
orb.
If you want, if
Um,
you even want to attempt this with an orb, you'll have to not only touch it, but you'll have to grab it, bear hug, grab it.
Yeah.
Plus, then you'd be gone, and we'd have to find your way back.
Yeah. I'll just teleport it to the field outside Othanel where I beheaded that hunter cult guy. Because that's a pretty safe place to where it won't hurt or bother anybody. I could also give that as a place to it to be collected by the garden or something later for research purposes.
All right.
Also, it's an open field, so if there is a misfire, there's less chance of me ending up somewhere I don't want to be. So what's that, a D100?
Yeah.
Alright. Let you know what I roll. 63. So on a normal one would be perfectly fine. I'll let you decide what happens on a 63. For a known location, that would easily succeed on the teleport scale.
Okay. Yeah. So you had in mind an open field from where you could see a large city.
I don't think you could see it. It was past the forest. It was like surrounded by forest because we went through the forest and then there was a large open field where we took, because we didn't want it to be inside of the city because we were killing, or audience killed the guy. But, so it was a large field surrounded by forest, which the city you could have seen from the other side of the forest, but not from that field.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Roll a d6 for me, please.
A D6.
Yep.
Okay. That's gonna be a 2.
Oh, you're gonna love this. Okay. Okay. Large open field on the other side of a forest. Near a large... Actually, that works really well. Okay. You use the teleport. You have Jorg transform into a huge badger. He digs down so that you can actually see the pole, enough of the pole to... You concentrate heavily on it. You want it to teleport. You envision this in your mind, and it is extremely difficult. You feel it resist. You feel it push back. There is an amount of... in Back to the Future, when the car reappears... It resonates easily 1,000 feet in every direction. There's these loud bang, bang, bang. And then suddenly... And the earth collapses all around you. Unfortunately, Jorg is not too far because you find yourself completely entombed in the earth. And yeah, probably have that brief moment where you're... Shit! Is that what it feels like to be buried alive? And then you feel Jorg nudging you in a direction and you just follow him back to the surface. For you, Fisher and Remy, And Arunak, there's a brief moment where you heard this loud detonation. You even saw the ground moving up a little bit, and then suddenly everything just collapsed and Audience and Jorg weren't in the middle of that crater anymore. But just as you start panicking just a little bit, you see a little bit of dirt that's just going. And then Jorg comes out and the audience just go.
So is the pole gone?
Well, it's not there anymore.
Okay, but I didn't teleport with the pole.
No. Was close, but no.
Oh, I thought I have to. I think how the helm works is I have to teleport with the object.
Incorrect.
It doesn't? Okay, I can just teleport the object.
We went
I
over
don't
this
have to-
last week. Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
You can do people or you can do an item.
But I thought it's not.
Nope.
It's not you with the item. It's
Nope.
just
Or
the
a
item.
single
The idea-
object that you can see within range to a destination you select.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it right in front of me.
So-
You can see with it.
Basically, it only teleports targets. It's just people generally try to travel together when
I
they
see.
use the teleport
Okay.
spell.
Well,
so
that's good. All right. I'll have Terry check and see if the spell, because he said if we moved if the spell's now been deactivated around the city.
Yeah, I'll ask Terry if the web looks
If the spell's been.
different.
It's a bit hard to tell from this angle. He'd need to go up again, fly, and see if to get the entire web. If you want to do that, take a chance again. You you can always do that. Otherwise, from where he is, he can tell you that there's nothing spreading from where that point used to be. Instead, all he can see is this huge line of energy going through the ground and just keeps going.
Okay.
It is not diverted, and the magical radiance that he could see before everywhere has diminished greatly.
So a line like comes to where the pole was, and instead of splitting off from there, it just kind of keeps going off into the distance.
Yeah.
That's good. That was the ley line of energy.
Well,
Yeah.
you decided to do this on the pole that was the closest to the destroyed grove. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. So according to all our research, the spell shouldn't activate now. At least that's what.
Or fail drastically,
Yeah.
dramatically for the cult. Anyway.
Yeah. All right. Good job, guys.
meanwhile, at midnight, holy shit!
Meanwhile, audience gets a call from the garden. Why did like a 2,000-foot pole just like spear through?
You misfired, teleported it up, actually like a couple miles up into the air, right above a city, and so now it's gonna fall and take out the city.
It blew
Why
up.
did the noble? Why did like the king's house in Othanel just get like a 30-foot pole and impaled through?
Like, audience accidentally starts a new religion in a local village. All hail the magic pole!
All right, so you at least succeeded on your objective to make sure that the spell would fail. At least that's your assessment.
Mm-hmm.
Still baited in the light of your daylight spell. You technically have half a day in front of you.
Now we need to go see what Toby and the other guy have been up to about getting the people out, I guess, because that was our other objective.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will. Oh, you know what? Let me mention before the stream ends. I'll say also, since we finished that, I did have an idea that I almost forgot from last week, so I want to mention it now before I forget it again for next week. I did have an idea about the area we saw that was like the broken that had like the time stop, because it reminded me of the guy before who stopped time from the very beginning of the campaign, and it reminded me that the sprites or the things are like the creatures that like fix those kind of things. So, and I also think we have a way to summon them, so I thought we could try and summoning them and asking them about it as well.
Not a bad idea.
I don't remember how to summon them exactly, but I thought we had a way to summon them. I remember summoning them by the ice snake. I don't remember how we did it.
And since he told me that last episode, as well, because it's on brand for Audion, not to remember, you're gonna have to rely on the others. So how do you does any one of you remember how to call the wardens? The caretakers of this world.
That is gonna be a deep dive in the notes.
I'll admit that's like 3 years ago.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm honestly kind of hoping you guys can make better intelligence rolls of just, hey, you guys would remember in character. Like, audience. I mean, I guess audience could make an intelligence roll. I just probably won't be very good.
I would allow an intelligence roll because technically for your characters, it's only been a few months.
I'm rolling the history. Oh yeah, that's an 11
I'll
for
roll
audience.
intelligence.
I think
The
he remembers
longest
exactly
few months.
Jor got freaking 10. So he's
Less
worse
than
at it than
Worse
you.
than audience.
Well, to be fair, he spent years subjectively in a nature shard, so he
Yeah.
wasn't
That is
really
true.
thinking about that.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm looking at the two people of the group who I expect to remember. Or
Uh-huh.
hopefully Terranad inside Fisher remembering.
Oh.
So
I think I'm close to where it might be in my notes.
Fisher's actually looking for this notes. I technically didn't actually look at my notes. I should probably do that to see if I have it. But I don't think I do.
what about Remy
It should
or
be- no.
Zachary? Does he remember?
Like, no, at least
Okay.
not the specifics.
Well, what do you
That-
remember?
Like I said, this was 3 years ago, and that was a computer ago. So,
I have here something that says the Time Stopper used an artifact that he stole that looks like a tree knot.
Oh.
Yeah.
It is
That is
easier to find the caretakers in Twilight or other between moments.
Mhm.
I did say this. There's only one thing missing from all of it.
Be found when things are wrong.
No, everything you said is right, but there's one thing missing, if you want to call them.
Make a roll for it, Fisher. You can't-
Yeah, that's where my notes end.
All
you
right.
can make a roll.
On that topic.
Hey, you still have your coin too, so we can make 2 rolls.
I believe. True.
Mhm.
actually, sorry, I just keep being blown away how long ago this was, because I was in 13 different games at that time.
That is a 23.
23.
23. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's
I rolled
pretty
that
good.
night.
All right. With the clues that you have, you sort of look through your memory and you want to remember this so bad. You know, it's sort of, you're not sure. Maybe you're remembering this wrong. Maybe it's as simple as that. You just need to call them at the right time.
Which we had for Twilight.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Dawn or dusk. All you
Dawn or
need to do
dusk.
is call for them.
Or between breakfast and lunch, or lunch and dinner, between moments.
Moment. Although I wonder if it would just count as a between moment in that realm if we called for them in that realm, because we're kind of between realms. If we could call them at any time, we
We
could try.
just toss something up in the air, and it's between the moment you threw it and the moment it hits.
Right. I do think the first thing we should, that was just because we could honestly even do that once the town's destroyed. We can come back,
Yeah.
so it's not as pressing.
Once
But
the
that was,
town's destroyed.
but that was it. Yeah. Well, I don't think it's gonna break the in between stuff. So.
Well, no, it's just funny to how we're just talking about it so casually.
Well, that's why we're about to go and see how many people have already been saved, or how Toby and the Psychic are faring at that, and what we can do to help. So let's go do that.
All right. So, Fisher, as best as your memory tells you, all you need to do is at dusk or dawn, or during an eclipse, or anything like this, call out for the caretakers.
What if it's both snowing and hot at the same time? Is that kind of like between? It's between seasons.
Seems pretty between.
No, that's a spell effect. That's different.
All right, let's go save the rest of these losers in this town.
All right. Where do you want
We have to.
I don't know. I mean, we did kind of accomplish our main objective. I guess we.
We could just leave.
Actually, technically, our main objective was to get a magic branch for Toby, which we haven't done. Our original objective.
Yeah. You're not wrong. All right. So. Yeah, I believe probably. So, how do you find Jorg?
You mean Toby?
Yeah, Toby.
George's right
I
there.
was gonna say I'm a big badger. Can't be too hard.
Wait, where'd George go? It's just
I
a
actually
huge
probably
bash.
wouldn't. Oh, well, we could call Toby.
Jorg? Where?
I mean, that's easy enough. We
Okay.
can call. Oh, actually, I'm gonna call multiple people real quick while we walk back. But this will be all while we walking.
Okay.
Someone else call Toby. I will call our druid friend to let her know the spell's down.
Okay.
Why?
That we've broken the spell.
Okay. She quickly answers. There's always a moment because you call the garden first, and then the garden transfers you to. But she answers very quickly. Okay, good. That's probably a very good thing because I don't know how. Things are probably going to get really bad really fast, and it's a good thing that there's not going to be much of a resistance because I think someone's really going to get messed up in this.
Okay.
Oh
Well,
god.
we're glad we could get that done. And then I'll be like, "Well, do your best," and hang up on her. And then I'll call the garden real quick.
Hey, we got someone listening in. King Zero Stream. Hello. Alright, so you call the garden. Well, you recall the Syrah, and Syrah answers.
And I'll just be like, "Hey, Sarah, I want to let you know we fixed the spell over the town, but I did do it by teleporting one of the poles away. No idea where it went. That might be a pole if the garden wants to look at something. That would be like, in respect to the spell they're trying to cast to stop their plans, might be a good pole to find or track. So if you guys have any way to track a magical object being flung from this town, letting you know that happened. Also, where it landed. Hopefully, it didn't cause any damage.
I mean, also, we're gonna assuming this fails and then they clear out.
Yeah, but I don't know what's going to happen to the poles necessarily from
Yeah,
the spell that
fair
you
enough.
cast.
Makes sense.
So I was letting her know that a pole was sent elsewhere.
Right. That's
I'll tell her the field I targeted with my spell initially, but say if there was a miscast, it might be somewhere in that general area.
right. So you described to me you described a field next to a forest behind a city. You are aware how many cities there are in your world, right?
Well, I specifically, if my teleport spell worked, it should be in that field behind that city. I don't think it necessarily would have traveled to a different city. If it misfired, I assume. I mean, there's a potential.
Audience,
but
that's one of the ways
not how
teleport can miss. Because it goes to a similar location.
Anyway, if you have people who can read magical readers of a teleport, anyway, it's somewhere. If you want to find it, it's out there.
Right. Well, there's definitely a way to look for this. It might take a little bit of time, but of course, if nothing else, I'm sure that at least one member of all the guests of the garden will be able to help you with this. As a matter of fact, I think he was already working on something for Fisher. I heard rumors from the gnomes that he was looking for where the ship of your last encounter went. Maybe you should check back on him and not too...
Well, if you could let him know, if you have a way to contact him, about the pole.
Yes, of course.
Or if anyone else is interested, you could throw it out there.
Well, there's... Well, I can easily put this... I can easily put this on the quest board. See who takes it. I'm sure that there's at least 2 person that might be interested in you owing them a favor.
Okay, sure. Anyway, there's a pole in the world somewhere, and now I'm going to go back to what we're doing. Thank you.
Very well.
I feel like Sierra's slowly getting more and more annoyed with our group with every past conversation. Audie's just like, yeah, I just flung a pole somewhere. Don't know where.
Every time we hang out, she's like,
you might have literally saved the god's life.
Are these guys the ones that seem to be...
I mean, it was a good thing I flung the pole, but I did fling the pole.
Yeah. How are these ones the chosen? What?
We got our guest on the in the chat room saying that he just got done being an NPC and he's baffled at the amount of stupidity that an NPC can get to. Well, with us, you have the other way around. But to be fair, it's stupid, but it's also not stupid because you did poke a huge hole in a net meant to capture an avatar. So, but yeah, you don't know where the pole is for sure.
And then the final call would just be to Toby and just be like, where are you?
He takes a moment and finish eating what he has in his mouth. We're back at the inn.
Okay. Can you tell our friend that we finished the other part of the task with the pole and was wondering where we are at getting the innocent people out?
I think that's what we're working on.
Okay. Are we close? Is there a way we can help?
Well, you can find more food.
Okay. Is the inn out of food?
We're not at the inn because I don't think that the inn is going to be okay with me eating for free.
I thought you just said you were back at the end.
Yeah, I said that we're back at the inn, not in the inn.
Okay. Is there any way we can help besides getting food? Like, can you put the psychic guy near the horse? Talk to us?
Yes, interesting device you have. I really should find one myself. Now, what did you want to know?
We have finished. I teleported one of the poles away, so the spell should not work for the entrapment. And I was wondering how we were at rescuing the innocent villagers in any way we could help, or our group could help.
He looks next to him, which you guess is where Tobiashi is. Well, the first part of the plan, I think, works. Very interesting abilities that your friend has. Though I think you might not want to tell your friend at the garden. Oh, I just got it. Never mind. You should probably tell your friend at the garden. Not tell all of this to your friend at the garden. They're probably not gonna agree with what I just asked them to do.
Okay.
So, I'll just need a place to concentrate very heavily. And I'll probably need you to provide some sort of defensive barrier against anyone who might want to interfere. Because I'll need to be at the center of the village, the actual center of the village, not where they want to place their town center. And it's in the open, so I'm guessing that the followers of that ridiculous cult,
Can we put like a hut or space over you, or do you need to not have like interfered with like the Do you need to be able to like not be in another plane to do what you need to do?
No, I actually have to be able to reach everyone because I am going to have to try and reach out to every single child and innocent person inside of this village mentally, which is not going to be an easy feat.
Okay. And so you want protection while you do that?
Yes, because I will have to focus everything I have to reach everyone within a normal amount of time, and to make sure that the parents do not actually try and follow their own children leaving their home. I don't really have a choice than to do this during the night, which means it's going to be a bit tight, schedule-wise.
Okay. So you don't need protection yet. You'll need to do this during the night.
Yes.
Are we creating the Peter Pan myth?
Maybe. Okay. We will set up protections for you during the night. I guess if you're going to do this during the night, I guess we could try and spend the rest of the day taking out as many priests as we can, or followers as we can, so that there'll be less to assault during the night.
Yes, because they're obviously going to be very easy to find after you farted 3 times with magic.
Well, some of them might be stupid and want revenge.
You might be able to pick up. I mean, we just saw that dude.
We did just see that dude, so we could at least maybe track that one
Try and
dude.
track him.
Well, I've used all my wild shapes, but we can try. I can try using Frel to sniff him out.
On a
short rest. Yeah,
Short
we could also just short rest.
Yeah, let's try and track the one dude we have, and maybe we'll be able to find a few of them, or at least take him out. You know, one less is still one less.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I'll use Frel so he doesn't get too far, hopefully.
Okay.
Well, it should be pretty easy to track him at least back to town. That's just where it get difficult because of the overlapping sets. Because he was the only person out here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So, you end the call. You know what's going to happen in the next few hours. And for the next few hours, you're going to try and once again pick a fight with a bunch of priests that are now expecting you.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it's either fight them now or try and fight them over that our dudes
While
just
we're
sitting
trying
in the
to
middle of
defend
the town.
something else.
Yeah. So
Oh, that's
Rather fight
entirely
them
up to
now.
you. All right. All right. Well, I'm not gonna make you start looking for things 30 minutes out of the
Yeah.
normal time. So, all right. So you close the call. Fisher, from inside of you, Terran, I'd say, is it just me, or does it feel like your psychic friend just asked Tobiashi to eat enough to make more of him?
Oh, son of a. Maybe.
do you think Toby would be okay since the guard asked him not to do that if we killed some of the extra copies of him once we're done? Or would that no. Okay. Never mind.
Which Toby are you?
That's
Referring to-
complicated.
It is complicated because they're
Because
technically
we're
called
already
that
we're
Toby.
adventuring with the
Yeah, they're
second.
conscious
Yeah.
beings.
I don't know.
I
I
assume-
assume I'm gonna let the guard decide what to do with the extra Tobies. Maybe they'll take care of it. I feel like that's not really
Yikes.
a problem.
Maybe
I can just imagine them all being locked up in a freaking gnomish like
Testing
being
facility.
experimented on for the rest of eternity.
No, he just tells the one guy, the level 20 guy, to exterminate all the extra Tobies, not realizing one of the extra Tobies is in our group. Guy just comes after us for like, wait, no.
Oh man, we made a mistake. All right, that's okay. So what I'm getting is that you're gonna make sure that when Tobiashi comes back, we're gonna have to tell him, well, you're back with your 2-level warrior and X number of level monk character because we killed everyone else.
We killed all the other ones.
All right. So with this, I am going to let you all go to sleep. Music. Campfire. I said campfire. There we go. All right. And I'm going to thank everyone for being here tonight for the fight. Thank you for the person in chat for being there. I'm so sorry. You came literally at the last 20 minutes of the stream, so... But... Now I know that you actually make a D&D stream. You might actually try and... I don't know, visit or maybe one day raid, who knows. Do you do something on Fridays? I don't think he's there anymore. That's alright. Alright, what was I saying? Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Hope you had a pleasant, whatever part of the day it is, wherever you are in the world. Remember, if you want to support us, there are multiple ways to do this. You can follow us, leave a like, leave a comment. We got Twitch, we got YouTube, we got X. You can also do more if you want to do more and become a Patreon, make a donation. It's very much appreciated right now for me. Or you can subscribe on Twitch. That's also very much appreciated. But if you can't do any of those, or if you want to do all of those and do even more, well, there's still a very free thing you can do that helps tremendously, and that's spreading the word of the channel. Schedule-wise, Wednesdays is the live D&D campaign. 7:30 for Western Coast viewing. Friday is the rebroadcast, but 7:30 for the Eastern Coast viewing. So Eastern Coast time. And in between, we have the map making session on Thursdays. That one is at 9:30 Eastern Coast, because I live on the Eastern Coast, so that's the normal time for me. Yeah, that's it. And I think we're almost done with the map. If we can, after that map, I think we're going to start trying Canvas of King, making a few towns. It would be interesting to have a few of them. Right. That's it. That's the entire schedule. For now, anyway. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you next week. And as always, stay safe and stay healthy. Good night.
Good night.